Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and we have run into fall here and it's starting to get chilly. I'm all bundled up in my jacket, and I was like, should I take it off and make this video acting like it's still nice and warm? No, I'm actually pretty chilly right now. We've got some cool weather happening here in Utah, and we're getting ready to go into the time of year that a lot of people love and a lot of people dread because it's a time when they get sick. They always get a cold, they pick up the flu bug that goes around. And this is the year, if you're not used to using herbal medicine, this is the year to dial that in. This is a year to really get familiar with plants like lomatium and osha and all the plants that can keep our immune system strong and help our body fight off viral loads, in particular the flu. So here's what I would suggest. We've really dialed in our lomatium protocol. If you've never tried lomatium, there's two things that you need to do as a precursor. Number one, we suggest you do something to support and detox your liver. So, and this is to prevent the rash. And you need to probably do this anyway because your liver works really hard for you. And especially this time of year, if you're doing lots of parties and get togethers and you maybe are drinking a little bit more alcohol than you typically would, then this is a really good time to pay attention to support and detox your liver because it works really hard for you. So if you are using lomatium for the first time, or maybe you just want to, you know, suggest to someone else, someone that you love, a family member, a friend, a coworker, that they try the LDM or lomatium for the first time, here's what we're suggesting. Go through a bottle of LiverLove and do that for 2 weeks before you start the MunityBoost. Now, this is what we're suggesting to prevent the rash on the highest level that we possibly know that you can, because some people can't afford to take time off work. They can't afford to get the rash because it kind of takes you down. And here's part of the thing. If you can get the same results with lomatium without getting the rash, then that is a beautiful thing because the rash is not a dangerous or contagious thing. The rash is actually the body doing a really super smart thing. It's clearing out a viral load. The body finally has a tool to get rid of a virus. And what we find is the liver is just not healthy enough to take the full eradication of this viral load, and the skin, as your largest organ, is just helping you out. So get a bottle of LiverLove or your favorite liver support, something that preferably has dandelion root and milk thistle. If you can do both of those, that's great. And then do that for 2 weeks and then start the MunityBoost. Now, when you start the MunityBoost, keep going with the LiverLove until the bottle's gone, which is about a month. And you're giving your liver and your gallbladder some really nice nourishment, detox, and support. It's just an organ that because we don't see it, we don't really think about it until it starts to give us trouble. So that is the key. That's the kind of the key tip right there. Start paying attention to things that you know in your body need attention and love before they give you issues or trouble. So LiverLove, MunityBoost, and then lomatium. Now, if you are not, if you've already passed the point where you need to worry about the rash, this is the time of year when I start and all of my family members start taking a preventative dose of LDM-100. Now, we actually have this out in a reduced alcohol version. It's in an organic vegetable glycerin. We make it exactly the same as the regular LDM, but then we put it on a low and slow heat. We reduce the alcohol way, 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 way down, and then we reconstitute it with organic vegetable glycerin. And it's a little bit sweeter. It still has that kind of tang of lomatium in there, but now you've got a greatly reduced version of LDM, and you can take it sublingual, you can take it straight. It's a little bit easier to take straight than the full strength alcohol one. Now, drop per drop, this lomatium is just as powerful as the pure LDM-100, but it's nice because you can very easily give it to your kids without worrying about if your kids are maybe sensitive or you don't want to give them alcohol. That's a really good reason. Also, don't forget that our throat spray has lomatium in it, and it is such a beautiful blend of herbs that go in, they support your throat health, and they can help with a cough. Now, if you're going after a deeper cough in the lungs, this is where I want to suggest that you don't forget about the lung blend. You want to do something to support your lungs. So if you are a person who has compromised breathing, maybe you got a lung infection, pneumonia, bronchitis, something when you were younger, or even a few years ago as an adult, what's going to happen is every time you get sick, you might notice that it first goes into your chest. And that's where your cold or the flu goes, right into your chest. So you might want to remember the lung blend. And you can do this as a prevention as well. Now, the main um, herb in there that I believe is antiviral is the Osha root. Osha root has a lot of similar properties to the Maysha root. A lot of these root herbs are very, very powerful in helping humans heal from hardcore things like viruses and different infections. So if you are a person who is really susceptible to getting infection in your lungs, then the lung blend is something I would suggest once a day, about 25 drops, just for prevention. Take it once a day to help keep yourself and your lungs free and clear during cold and flu season. So this is a great reminder that the season is upon us, and this is the time to start adding these preventative measures in. Now, besides the herbal component, there's two big things I want you to focus on. Number one is sugar. And I do talk about this all the time, but it lowers your immune system, besides a whole bunch of other things that can be negative. So think about the sugar that you eat. Involve yourself in it socially, very strategic. So be really conscious of the sugar that you're eating. And then what I would suggest along with that is stress. So the holidays, even though they're full of lots of joy and lots of fun, they're full of a lot of stress. And you take sugar and stress, which both wreak havoc on your immune system, and you're a perfect storm to pick up any virus that's coming around. So I would even click those two things in, the stress and the sugar, and then put that third component in, that herbal medicine power punch as a prevention. Don't wait till you get sick. Take it every day. And this is a perfect storm for health to get you through the holidays, feeling good, feeling your best, and letting your body perform the way it's supposed to perform. Because I know sometimes we don't pay attention until we get something that takes us down. And then it's just like pure misery. And we're kind of forced to rest. We're forced to take a little bit better care of ourselves. And, the thing is to take better care of yourself and take good care of yourself while you are healthy. So I hope you have an amazing rest of your week and an amazing holiday season. Thank you for being there. Let me know if you have any questions. You're always welcome to get a hold of us, and we'll talk to you soon.